Bro, I love your skinhead joke.
My skinhead joke.
Yeah, your skinhead
Oh
joke.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you
yeah.
know
I
which one I'm
think
talking about, right?
hell yeah. Don't give it away now, because that's like almost my
Is
closer.
is it? Oh, it's working right now.
Yeah, it's a. I mean,
So you're
I
working
guess
like,
not.
so you're
We can
still
talk
working on
about
it,
it.
right?
Nah, it's finished. It's finished. But we could talk about it.
We could
It's
talk
just
about it, right? I don't want to like, cause I don't know how many people like. I know how many people will watch this, but I don't want to mess up the joke for you.
nah. We can talk about it.
All right,
Okay.
I want to butcher it. I want to butcher it. So, but I want you to like go through what the skinhead joke is, because that people just turn on the video, and I'm just saying I love your skinhead joke.
All right. So if you're watching this, a skinhead joke is actually a foreskin joke, and it's pretty much me going on stage, and I try to get real serious with the crowd, try to change my energy, and I'm just like, yeah, um, if I could speak to one white supremacist, the leader of the white supremacy, I don't know who it is, I don't know, in Texas, I just wanted to let them know that the uncircumcised people in El Salvador are the real skinheads. And then it gives me an excuse to yell out skinheads. And then if white people are there, I try to like, and I do this for my own entertainment. I try to see which white person is like low key trying to throw a fist up or something.
Yeah, I feel that. Uh, Look, man, the reason I brought the reason, like, when we jump right into this, and I asked you, that's the first thing that I said, was because like, when I play football, and we try to make our highlight tape, of all the plays we made, and try like this for college coaches to see it. They say, look, man, like, college, like, these coaches are only gonna watch like the first three clips, or the first 10 seconds. So the first thing you put on there better be interesting.
Fire,
So
some fire shit,
so
some.
yeah. So like that's why as I went like to start this podcast, I was like, like, whether it's half an hour or an hour long, like, people need something to watch. I was like, skinhead joke. Oh, skinhead. Like, let's watch the rest of this, see how it goes.
Bro. I get it, man. I get it. I think the beginning of the podcast should always be something exciting, something climatic, you know what I mean? Something that's
Climactic. Yeah.
yeah, climatic, yeah, something that's reaching like full peak. So it's not a bad way to start a podcast. I like that strategy. So
Because that.
you want to
What's
talk
up?
about how the first time I met you? The first time I met you,
Oh yeah. We should get.
let's fucking just fucking break it
We
down.
did
Might
it.
as well. Let me.
Like, we didn't meet. We just had a run in, and like, yeah, let's just say we had an interaction then, but we met later on, like, officially.
Yeah. So
Put the first. You want to tell it?
yeah. Let me tell it. Let me tell my side of it. So I'm at Rudd's, right? I'm at Rudyard's. It's just a Monday open mic at Gua, I believe. You just gotta Google it. They have open mic there. You gotta sign up through email. And I'm doing my spot. I'm always nervous that shit before I do comedy. I feel like I have to take a shit the whole time, right? So I always try to shit before. If you see me like pacing around and then you're like, man, where the fuck is Enrique? I'm probably trying to go take a shit somewhere, probably downstairs. I like to be super private, bro. I can't even shit in front of people. If people are in the room while I'm in the stall, I can't shit, dude. And I remember shoes and shit just to know who was there. I hold a vendetta against it. So, anyways, I'm done. I'm done taking the shit and I'm like going on stage, and they call my name, Enrique Chachon, and I start off, and this is not anything canon or anything I have copyrighted, but I like to start off my set by saying, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Because the first 3 seconds are the is what's gonna captivate people. What's gonna get them right. So I start doing my set, and I feel like I'm doing good. My jokes start popping. I start doing a little crowd work. It feels natural, doesn't feel too forced. So I get right into it. and then I'm doing really good now. And then out of nowhere, I do a little bit more crowd work before I go into. I think I forget what joke I was trying to do, but it was gonna the crowd work was gonna help me go into a past
You
joke to
were
that joke.
pointing out any Salvadorans and anyone ever been to El Salvador, and I think that's where I clapped. And you pointed, and I'm sitting like in the back at the bar because in Red Yards there's a bar.
Yeah,
You said,
yeah, something
and
like
you
that.
said this white man right here.
This white man right here, and then cause you are pale as shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie, you are fucking pale. With
I
it's
know.
cool, man. There's a lot of pale Salvadorans out there. A lot of Salvadorans look like goat milk and shit. So I and then you, cause you were drunk, and I feel you, man. I'm like 2, 3
I
shots
was
in.
sober. I was sober, completely sober.
Okay, so you were emotional, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are single childs and shit. And then you in the corner, you were just like, hey, hey, bitch. And you know, as a comic, you're on stage, you immediately like want to boss out, like, what you say, motherfucker? Hey, fuck you, or something. Like, oh, hey, suck my dick. I think I told you to suck my dick.
I don't,
And I don't know. I think I said something that because my first instinct was whenever talking shit to somebody in the audience. Recently I stopped doing that, which I regret. And I tell you why. Something happened to me yesterday, but afterwards, I ended up finishing my set, whatever, ended up strong, which is fine. Afterwards, I approached you and I was like, hey, there's no beef, there's no smoke. You know what I'm saying? And then you were like, yeah, I wasn't trying to do. You told me you weren't trying to do anything, and I was like, cool, I'm not trying to do anything either. Nobody has to die. Shit, I want to die. You want to die. Let's just be chill. It's all cool, right?
I think I think that was the first night I ever like. That was my first open mic ever. First time I ever hit the stage. I was hitting the stage later that night, because I was the new guy. I was one of the last guys on. But like my side of the story is, you went on, you were doing your shit. Then you started pointing out, and I take offense to it because I'm half Mexican, half Salvadorian, so I'm full Latino. I think the whitest person in my family would be my grandmother, who had like she was Mexican. But she was like those pale skinned, green eyed Mexicans with light hair, light brown
Yeah, the
hair.
lucky
But
Mexicans.
I don't know why how I turned out so. I'm not really that pale. I don't know what it was. The lighting. I'm not really that pale. I have
Bro,
shitty
you
lighting. That's what I look right there. But
bro,
give me
you
like
tell his shit, bro.
give me like a day to work out, a day of working outside at 12 o'clock, and I'll be good. But
Oh
what
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you don't need
I
to go to
I
Canada.
I brown easily. But what I remember is how I remember is as soon as you say this white dude over here, I got offended, but not offended like I'm gonna walk out offended, but I got offended like I'm gonna reply. And I'm sorry, I did not know you were like that. I could have fucked your setup this way. But I was like, I'm Salvadorian too, but in my head this was all going slow, but it was going fast. I was like, I'm Salvadorian too, bitch. And I said it loud, and someone in the audience says, "Whoa!" Look back, because they thought some shit was about to go down. I don't remember
Yeah, yeah.
how, but like here's how like it felt slow, as in I'm Salvadorian too, but then I was like, I can't back out. Like as soon as I said I'm Salvadorian too, I was like, I can't back out of this. Because what am I gonna say? I'm Salvadorian too, sir, and then I'm gonna sound like a bitch. I was literally about to say I'm Salvadorian too, sir, but then I sound even whiter than than you pointed me out to be. So I was like, fuck, I'm Salvadorian too, bitch. Oh shit.
Bitch,
Then
you
I was like,
dropped a bitch on somebody. Yeah,
I, I
but
said
but
bitch
I,
hard.
I don't look,
I went like young boy, bitch. Ah,
bitch.
I
Woo.
dropped the B both so hard, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I have to shake hands with this dude after, or he's gonna stab me in the parking lot. I was
You see,
that's why, like, after you got off, I was like, all right, man, I'm sorry. I didn't go into detail, but I was like, I mean, I just dapped you up, and like I'm sorry. I had to,
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
gotta.
And I wasn't tripping either. You know what I mean? But so you know what? Something similar happened to me the other. I I drank maybe about 4 shots of fucking whiskey after. I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. So yesterday I got off of work because every comic has a side job. So I got off of work at Cat's Deli, which is a Jewish restaurant. It's real popular here
I
by
like
the
what you
high
said. I
school.
like what you said that every comic, then your side job is that. Like most people have they have that mindset that their comedy is their side job and
Hell no.
their yeah, and their
This
nine to
is what
five is the regular job.
this is what the fuck I do. So, anyways, right? I got off and I decided to hit Darwin's Pub, right? Which is a bar that's at man, where the fuck is Darwin's Pub? Anyways, Darwin's Pub, it's at Washington and the Heights, an area in Houston. So you have to Google it. It's an open mic on Wednesday. By that time, it was over though. It was like 1:30 a.m. I pull up right in my Toyota Corolla 2009. I get down, I'm jamming to Nirvana and shit. I'm like, yeah, I just got a long ass day at work. I just want to grab a beer. But the comedy gods were on my side that day and yesterday. And the bartender, and then Johannes, which is the second bartender, was like, yo, Enrique, go on stage, go on stage. So I go on stage. I'm like, for real? Like the open mic is over. There's not even a fucking host here or anything. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go on stage. This is my chance. I'm gonna go work some
Oh,
shit out. So I go on stage, right? It's like 1:35 a.m.
god damn.
I'm fucking I just start talking shit because I only have like 3 people in the audience. The more shit I talk, the more people start sitting down. So 8 minutes into my set, I think I had like maybe fucking 12, 10, 12 people, right? And then I wasn't gonna get any more than that, especially so late during the night, right? And I'm doing fucking good. I bust out the fucking Vagisil joke that I'm working on this joke that where Hispanic people take holistic medicines too far, you know what I mean? Because everybody knows Vicks vapor, but one time I caught head funguses and my mom gave me Vagisil instead of a real fungal cream, right? And then that I worked out that joke. It's a whole story. And afterwards, I did my foreskin material because you only saw the beginning of this episode was only one part. I called my foreskin material the foreskin trifecta. So I have three versions of the foreskin joke. Anyways, just like I did to you, there was these 2 white girls in the audience, and I thought they were white, dude. They had blonde hair. I'm sorry, these bitches were pale, dude, like they were anorexic or they had pneumonia. I
Bro, you
was
gotta you gotta stop assuming sometimes, man.
I know, man. I know, but
We
fuck.
seen we seen Cameron Diaz, blonde hair, blue eyes. You guys can't assume no more.
Why does this bitch gotta have blonde hair? Anyways, look. Anyways, so I
Shakira
know
wannabe.
I'm like 15 some minutes into this impromptu set that I didn't plan on doing. And I'm fucking ending on a strong ass note. I'm talking about I have these motherfuckers off their chair laughing, dude. And I'm like looking at it like, damn, I can't believe this set actually went that well. And then this fucking blonde bitch yells, don't stop, do another one. And in my head, I'm like, nah, I definitely have to stop, right? This is this is the peak. It's just gonna go downhill from here. And it went downhill from there, bro. Because I have this pupusa pussy joke that I like, and it pretty much describes a pupusa as a pussy and why, you know. So the beginning of the joke goes good, and then the last punchline of the joke falls flat, dude, because these women are tensed up, right? And then what I didn't like is that I called both of these girls. I called them out, the 2 white ladies in the room, whatever. A pupusa is kind of like a pussy because, and then the white lady on the left hand side, she was just like, oh, I am not white. Oh my God. And then she said that shit so loud, dude. It fucked up my whole set. She moved from the front to like the back of the couch, was just like 2 seats away. And she was just like, I don't like when comics talk to the crowd. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. And I'm like, man, bitch, why do you think
You're
if
trying
you
to be
don't
my
like
boss
this
right
shit,
now.
if
That's the
you want to
whitest
be
shit
my,
ever.
yeah, you acting, you don't want to be white, but you have blonde hair, you sure acting white, and you want to boss a minority around this fucking bitch right here. So anyways, I crashed and burned my set because I went off on this bitch. got off on the mic. Like that's been my time, Enrique comedy. And the fact that I could have killed that night and had a perfect set made me mad because now I had this black. It's kind of like you're winning a 12-round fight, and at the end of the 12th round, the guy you're fighting gets a knockdown on you. You fucking you get knocked down. You get up at 8 seconds and you still win, dude. But everybody's gonna be
Chavez
like,
versus Taylor.
dude, everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, bro, you fucking, he almost got you though, dude. He almost got you. Next round, you would have lost. Like, man, bro, drove back home fucking pissed off. Bro. And same thing, because I thought that you were white. I thought that she was white, but it ended up being one of those bitches who's like, I don't know, from the Middle East or from Asia with blonde hair. The fact, you know why I didn't know she had a mask on? Because the nose would give it away sometimes. You know, the nose,
Oh,
like the facial features will give it away sometimes. But she had different facial features than a white woman, because Houston is such a diverse melting. Everybody wants to say that it's a fucking melting pot, right? So whenever these people tell me that shit, I'm like, yeah, if it's a melting pot, then race is a big fucking issue. Not in a bad sense, but it's a big divider, man. We have neighborhoods based on race. As much as people don't want to acknowledge is, I think race. If you know somebody's roots and you know where they're coming from, I think you can relate to them better if you know how to talk to them individually. Don't I mean, what do you think about that shit?
I feel you, man. I feel you, Rowan. And like, I hate to, um, cause I'm starting, cause I'm just starting off. I hate to give like dudes who know what they're doing advice, cause you obviously been in the game longer than I have, but you know I study comedy like it's football film. You know, like I'm in the room, I'm watching like my favorite comics: Patrice O'Neill, Greg Giraldo. All right, Bernie Mac, George Carlin. All right, let me put some old school shit: Richard Pryor, Red Fox. All right, and I'm studying it like film. I was like, what the fuck how can I be not that but like that? How can I can be me doing that? Like that's what I'm trying to dissect. Now I like to break it down like film. Like I try to do crowd work as well. Um, now, I've been doing open mics at the third floor cantina in Bryan, Texas. This is like 50 minutes from where I live. So I drive all the way up to Bryan. That same night I'm driving all the way back. Uh, Last Tuesday, not this past Tuesday. This past Tuesday I bombed because I was the last comic up. Everyone was doing 8 minutes. There was 20 of us, and by the time but the week before that, I did 5 minutes. Um, I'm not gonna say I did great, but I felt satisfied with how I was doing my comedy. Like, cause like I talked about this before. Like my brain is a wheel, and it kept spinning. That past Tuesday night, it kept spinning. Like I was talking to the crowd. You know, I was roasting the audience who needed to be roasted. Like I was like I'm not gonna say I killed, but inside I felt like I killed. I felt like I was the funniest I could be that night. This past Tuesday that just happened, I was like I had a headache by the time I went on because I was just so waiting my turn. I was anticipating. Everyone was doing 8 minutes. Everyone was like taking their time. I was like frustrated, and I'm the last guy up, and my wheel couldn't get spinning. I tried to do some crowd work, you know, and like my wheel just got stuck. I've definitely done worse, but this time I just couldn't get it on. I just couldn't get it going, and
Bro,
like
let me yeah.
my wheels started spinning. Like I was talking about, well, like I pointed to these four guys sitting in the front. I was like, four y'all a friend group, and this good dude trying to be funny. It was like, nah, we're all gay. He's trying like I know like he's not trying to be funny, and and like I missed an opportunity because this morning I realized what I could have said. Like there's four guys. One says we're all gay, and like the normal me processing this normally would have said, all right, so which one of y'all gets the train? That's what I would have said on the spot if that was my wheel was spinning, but my wheel wasn't spinning, and missed that opportunity.
So I totally understand what you're saying, bro. We have two similar situations. I think when you mean the wheel wasn't spinning to the people listening, I think whenever you say the wheel wasn't spinning, it's like it's like a being in a state. It's like a state. It's like a state of meditation almost. You're in a state where no matter what anybody tells you at that moment, you're so comfortable and so loose with your own bullshit, aka your humor, that you'll be able to dish something out no matter the circumstances. You call somebody, they say some shit, you have even better comeback. You're on it. Your brain is firing, dude. Everything is firing. You know, that's whenever the wheel is spinning. Um, for those your situation, it's like being last on the list. It's always rough, and everybody goes through that shit where they're like, man, fuck, dude, I hate that I have to take these graveyard shifts. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
Before
I
I
got a
get
I got a solution that's not foolproof, but I tell myself, bro, like I study Patrice O'Neal. I was like, what would he do in this situation? And what first thing that came to my mind is I'm gonna try this next time. I tell the guy because look when I signed up both times at I sign up is at 8 p.m. I'm the first guy in the building. The door unlocks. I walk in. I'm the first guy in the building. I put my name down first, and they put me last. And this time, next time that happens, I'm gonna tell, look, bro, you put me in the bottom three of this list. I'm gonna talk shit to every guy after he gets off. I'm not gonna heckle. I'm not gonna be, but I'm gonna try to make everybody cry as soon as they get off or before they get on. Because if I'm doing the graveyard show, then I'm gonna exercise my funny muscles another type of way, and I'm gonna make sure y'all feel it.
and it's also a matter of, I mean, I feel you, bro. So you pretty much going old school shooting out at the end of you at the end of your set. Which it's, bro, I done the same shit, man. I got him bumped. I remember the first year I did comedy because I'm on year 3 right now. Year
Like,
three.
this
The
dude did.
first time
Go
you
ahead.
get bumped. You know what I think? Especially if you have a heck, because I had a heckler in the audience, right? The reason I didn't go off on this fucking heckler, give her my time of day, is because I knew it was gonna turn the rest of the audience off, man. But now that I think about it, if I knew already, bro, when I pulled out the papusa joke, even when I started saying it, I knew it wasn't gonna work, dude. I knew it wasn't gonna work because I saw them tense up already. And I read on that, but I was like, fuck it. I want to practice this joke. I just want to see if it could top my fucking closer. Because I've been using that papusa joke to close a few times and it's actually worked out, you know. But it didn't that night, man. And at the end of the day, it's like fuck it. They didn't fuck with me, which is cool. At the end, I know that I still got them though. On to the next set, man. I want to do my next set ASAP.
Do you do this when like you feel a joke doesn't work? Do you like change not change the joke, but like change like the wording or the timing to see if it gets better?
If I see a joke doesn't work, depending, I base it on two things. Either it was me and my delivery that night, or the joke is confusing. I guess the third thing would be how am I using it? Am I using it at the right time? Did I already use my strongest joke and then I'm using this one, which was kind of what I did yesterday, right? Whenever a joke is not working, but this is what you got to ask yourself. Has it worked before? I'm talking about if you done like 30, 40, 50 mics and you done this joke and it's worked out, that means the joke, the joke has something. It works. But say you use it one time with a crowd full of feminists and it's a fucking pussy joke or something, of course you're gonna fucking bomb, man. Of course. But I think like I like Patrice O'Neal and I watch his clips all the time, bro. Like, and Bernie
If
Mac too, dude. I watch his shit. I'm literally driving to where I'm watching his shit. I'm hearing his shit. I love his fucking cadence and his persona of not giving a fuck so much. So I think I would pull up Patrice, and I should have crashed and burned yesterday, and it would have made me. I would have been happier with myself afterwards because I would have told that fucking racially ambiguous hoe everything that I had to say about her and why she wants to take her high horse stance, but has blonde hair, right, and highlights. And how are you gonna try to not be white, but look white, dude? I mean, it doesn't make fucking sense to me. Like I should have told her everything that I had that day, like everything that I was thinking in the back of my mind. Should have been like, fuck my joke, dude. By that time, fuck my jokes. It's like you said, fuck my jokes. Whatever you're thinking at that moment, your opinion on the situation and how awkward it is, you bring towards that mic.
Like I said, like you know how I said, like I'm a shit talk to the comedians after they get off or before they get on.
Yeah.
To I said I'm gonna do that to exercise my funny muscles, and I think that's what we got to start doing. The way like the growing up, the comedy scene in New York was the shit, and like the comics were like ruthless because they basically roast each other. So like you and me you me like two other comics are having like dinner at a table like before like we're getting ready for a show, and we just like bashing each other, like so we're just bashing each other, having having jokes. And like if I call you a lesbian, if you call me or a lesbian looking motherfucker or some shit, and you come back me with like a burn, that like a bashing that's just as bad. By the time we get like bro, 6 months of that. By the time we go on stage, like a heckler won't have shit on us.
Hell no. I feel, man, you should once you like get even tighter with the Houston scene, you're gonna see that Houston is one of the most savage fucking scenes out here, bro. I'm talking about you got to go to the Monday mics, when, all the Monday mics, the Tuesday mics, the Wednesday mics, bro,
I'm gonna be at Liberty Station this Sunday. I signed
bro.
up for it.
I'm gonna be hosting that shit.
You're hosting
So
it?
yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
that's what's up.
that's one of my rooms. So uh, man, once you're out in the scene, dude, and then these comics start accepting you, and you start getting into some of these circles, bro, it becomes savage sometimes, man. I'm telling you.
Bro, people say that the Houston comedy scene is dead. We just had Sunday.
Hell no, who the
We just
fuck?
went to a no. We just
Who
went
the
to had
fuck
a. You
said
just had a
that,
show.
bro?
People
That's
in
some bullshit,
New York, yeah, but
bro.
we just had a
They
show.
fucking dude. Fuck LA comics, dog. Any LA
We
comic.
just had
Every
a
time I
we just had a show at a fucking barbershop. This shit ain't dead. It might be on life support, but this shit ain't dead.
it
We're
ain't
still trying.
it ain't on live support, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? Bro, fuck
God,
all
yeah.
these LA comics.
Like
Fuck
the
all these
bro,
New York comics,
the
bro.
last
Houston's over
the last
everybody.
mo- the last motherfucker to represent Houston internationally was Bill Hicks, who's a fucking genius. Like I think that's where it like started going. You ever seen that special Sane Man by Bill Hicks?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I
you gotta
you
check.
see, I don't fuck with Bill Hooks like that. I like his political stances, and I like how he breaks down the world and his perspective. But I don't fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, but continue, please.
I fuck with him because dude is fucking amazing. He was ahead of his time. Everything. When he was coming up in the '80s, he was riding with Sam Kinison, and they were doing
Love Sam Kinison.
Houston and Austin, and just the 1-2, and that's how they became world famous. But the laugh stop where he shot
West
his
Gray Street. Yeah,
that shit fucking. I tried looking for it. That shit fucking. It's a laugh stop is now a driving school. That's what I looked it up. So people, how are people supposed to like focus on the scene in Houston that we could be just as ruthless as New York? We could just be just as witty as LA,
bro.
and but not take over shit like they do. Like
We
all the
bro,
comics.
the future. Look, let me tell you, bro. The future is Houston, bro. I'm telling you. Look at the 3 years, 4 years ago, the Seeker Group. Well, actually, it's more like 6 years ago. The Seeker Group opened up, right? The Houston comedy scene was real stealth for a while, like mostly bar shows, right? And then whenever the secret group opened up, I'm talking about shit started changing. Shit started shaping up in Houston. You have this new comedy club that's giving all these young comics a chance to gather and to hone their skills. And pretty much the best of the best get opportunities. And even if you're not one of the best, some of the hardest working comedians also get opportunities, man. Depends how hard you hustle, G. So all these podcasts are now coming down to Houston, especially 2019, bro. All these podcasts are coming down to Houston and doing this shit, man. And I'm talking about, I was watching headliners from all over the place every Friday, dude, like for free. So I was pretty much getting like a free college course in comedy every Friday. I'll just come through, pull up. Yeah, I'm not in the show because I'm new, but I would like pick something up from that comedian, and I put it in my weaponry, right? So I'm telling you, the Houston scene is where it's at, man. Shit is picking up. Shows never stop here during quarantine, dude. I did shows at Crab Boils. I'm talking about you did shows in backyards, and then even in some, we were the first ones to open in some venues, man. LA right now could suck a dick, dude, because they're shut down. Right? I like LA, whatever. I like LA comedians. I like some of their podcasts out there, but
We gotta.
I get real emotional whenever people are like, yeah, Houston is in the back burner. I'm like, hell no, dude. I seen too much in these 3 years to tell me that Houston's in the back burner, man. All we need is this new generation of comedians to come up a little bit more. And bro, we're gonna elevate. This scene is being elevated as we're speaking. We're living through a renaissance, dog,
We
of
gotta.
comedy in Houston. That whatever that laugh stop energy was, that shit has manifested itself again, bro. Again, you can't destroy energy, bro. You just convert it, or it converts into something else. And this something else is the generation of comics that are fucking kicking right now.
Here's what we gotta do, bro. We gotta like you're people moving to Austin to do comics from LA coming to Austin now to do to do all their shit, all their podcasts, their shows, comedy. Like we gotta hit up Austin and like be there as the shit spikes up, is on the uprise, because tech like Houston, we've all been in the uprise, and what else we got to do is you know we got to get like a team of a team of best. Like that's how like all these other places became famous. All of these Houston comics, like 4 or 5 guys go to L.A., hit up a club, fucking kill. 4 or 5 guys hit up New York, Salt Lake City, Miami, the United States. Fucking go to England. Well, because England is like the shit it is. Like you could be super filthy in these places in Europe, and people don't give a fuck. They will, and so these so every time they intro like this next comic from Houston, from that intro has to be heard like all over the world, and that's how like we revamp. That's how
Bro,
like we could get Houston to blow up.
I agree. I agree, man. I agree, bro. We need some road dogs. That's what I'm talking about. Some road dogs to come out as a pack, man, and fucking terrorize some of these scenes. But especially when LA comes back, I definitely want to hit up Austin. Definitely been planning for that. I feel like I have a solid 20 now, right? Which I could for sure get a spot or feature with. You know what I'm saying? But I really need I think I really need about 2 more months to establish my shows here in Houston. So whenever I go there, I have something to offer, man. You know what I mean? Like you have to play this shit right, bro. But I totally fucking agree, dude. And every time I talk about that, it gets me excited because I want to fucking be out there doing some road gigs. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And eventually quit my fucking side jobs, drop them
Yeah.
bitches like side bitches.
Another thing we got to do, bro, is we got to have each other's backs, because that's what comedy is. It's like a family. Like you hear stories like Patrice O'Neill. It wasn't just Patrice O'Neill. The group he was coming up with: Kevin Hart, Rich Voss, Bob Kelly, Bill Burr was in that area too. And like now he's like the biggest guy in Earth, on Earth, man. He's the funniest man on the planet. Joey Diaz was also up there. and like you hear stories like, ah man, like I got kicked out of I got evicted. Bob Kelly took me in, or yeah, I had to sleep in my car, and Louis C.K. let me stay at his house. Like we that's and that sense of family, bro. We got to have each other's backs, because
Definitely.
we're all trying to grow together. So like if you ever needed like a place to stay near, and like we're all trying to accomplish the same thing, like hit me up. I'll let you crash on my couch, or whatever. You need
Bro,
what you need, food for the night. I got you. That
yeah,
like we all
these
got to like
Houston,
that's how we
yeah,
got
hell
to
yeah.
be.
These Houston comics are tight, man. And once you're in, you're in, bro. And also, these Houston comics are fucking plotting, bro. We're plotting, dude. We're plotting our world takeover, man. I'm telling you, because we know we're fucking, we know we're savage. We know we got it, dog. We know we got it here, dude. We got it. It's harder to fucking do comedy here. I've seen people from all over the world come to Houston and bomb, dude. Especially if the audience isn't catered to them, bro. You know what I mean? Like Houston, it's savage. It's the wild land. It's kind of like I feel like Houston is in the verge of opening up them floodgates, baby. It's gonna be like Noah's Ark, dog. It's just gonna be Houston comics up in that pedestal, man. So it's I'm definitely plotting something for myself, you know. At the end of the day, like we do have each other's backs, but you fucking really push towards that person that's actually working into building more opportunity for the scene, right? Doing good and working as well, and also pushing into different territories. You know what I mean? I really like seeing that. So I feel like right now the third year has actually been my hardest, dude, especially because of quarantine, man. But February 1st was my third year anniversary, and I think past I think the fourth year when shit opens up, man, there should definitely be more opportunities for all of us, bro.
For sure, for
But
sure.
you have any other questions, G, or anything like that, or anything you want to fucking get hyped about?
Nah, bro. Like before we wrap this up, like I just wanted to ask you, bro. Like, what do you think is one thing we could do, like to keep this train rolling until, because I see like some something big that's there, bro. That the world has to see. So like I'm asking you, how do we keep this train rolling? Like what? Because you have more clout in the game than I do in Houston, bro. You know, I don't know, like this dude, Pancho Claus, like changed my life because I follow him on Instagram, and like, oh man, like all the open mics. Oh my god, like all these open mics, I can't Google this shit. And he's posting all these open mic here, open Ruds,
Bro, you need to
Darwin's Pub.
follow. You need to follow Houston Comedy Stage Time on Facebook, man.
Man,
Houston
I'm
Comedy
a
Stage Time.
and with
Follow
that,
that shit. Get in the scene. If you have something funny, if you got something to prove, and you feel it inside you that this is some shit you want to do and you like to do, no matter how many years it takes, get your ass towards these open mics, man, and you be that person to work on yourself and eventually get to the point where you can offer people opportunities in your scene, dude. That's what the fuck we have to do in order to keep this shit going in Houston, man. And at the end of the day, dude, it's no matter what happens on stage that day, take it one day at a time, bro. Wake up the next day, it's a clean slate. Fuck that racial ambiguous bitch that made me mad yesterday, bro. I got a mic to do on Sunday. I'm planning for that mic. Bring my new shit, new audience. Even if that same bitch is there, we call her out after the show. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's what's up.
we still hold grudges, but it's a clean slate.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So we're gonna be. So I'm gonna be at the Liberty Station this Sunday. Hopefully they email me back with the list. Uh, yeah. What you where you gonna be this Sunday?
Definitely Liberty Station too, man. So I
All right.
co-host that mic with Joe Escobar and Jamal Rahal, and we throw a monthly showcase there every Thursday. I got something next month, 5/16, My Bar, which is another spot in Houston. They're gonna be guest hosting, and I'm trying to put up a Cinco de Mayo show, bro. And just to let you know that I'm plotting shit too. So, anyways, man, thanks so much for having me. And oh, real quick, bro, I wanted to ask you this because I kept looking at you. Why is the name of the podcast Against the Family?
You ever seen the Godfather?
I mean, yeah, I seen The Godfather.
Yeah, there's that scene where Fredo takes the side of another dude, and Michael looks at him and says, "Fredo, you're my brother, and I love you, but don't you ever take sides with anyone against the family again." So that's where the shit came from,
Ah, damn.
and
I
that
thought
shit spoke
maybe
to me.
I don't know if you had like actual beef with your family or something, or you were going through something, and you were like, you
This
know
ain't
what?
this ain't no Latino hate self hating Latino shit. I'm proud of. I love my family, but
All
you know,
right, man. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to see no news
bro.
article tomorrow. Oh, Against the Family fucking shot up these motherfuckers. And I'm like, oh damn, I just did a podcast with him. Fuck.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good, man. All right.
Hopefully he didn't post that shit. But anyways, I appreciate you having me on, man.
All right, that's and because we only got a half hour, bro. We got to do this again and do a full hour. Anytime,
Definitely,
bro.
man. Oh, for sure.